Hello, Internet. Oh, now.
Hey y'all, how y'all doing? I'm Dayon Young.
I'm Willis Sanchez.
And this is Communities Connected.
And we're, go for it.
Today is episode number 26.
Give me two. Can I make a six with a finger?
With a finger?
Six.
Oh yeah, I bet you can.
Six. Is that the way the six goes?
I don't know. Is that the way the 6 looks? We're on episode 26 today. Whatever that looks like. And we are excited. In fact, we are super excited because we both had epic days. And we wanted to tell you about it. And we wanted to talk to you about a brainstorming session. So before we go too fast, Julio, how are you today?
Man, I am great. Tired. Slow. To me, it's getting late right now.
Oh, man.
Because went to bed a little late last night. Woke up at 5. I had to rush to work. Get to work. I promised Gonzalo I'd be going to him with an interview in Chicago.
Ooh,
so at
Gonzalo.
10 a.m. we hit the road and got to go in Chicago. Some of you guys actually got to be with us on that road trip. There was at least 7, 9 people were live with us. They were talking to us while we were driving. Well, you saw we were talking about that little thing from a dash cam. Unfortunately, it didn't fully stick right away. So it fell off 3 times, so all of a sudden you see darkness.
Ooh.
Yeah, But we do got to set down, so Dayon and I also want to keep doing that.
Yeah.
We're going to start calling that car thoughts.
Hashtag car thoughts.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting.
We're just going to share our thoughts with you in a car. Hashtag car thoughts. It's going to be fantastic. I can't wait. He literally came in, he's like, dude, check out what I got. And he shows me this thing that connects his phone to the dashboard thing, so it looks like a dash cam.
It's dope.
Hashtag car thoughts.
Yeah, so just wait. So like we said, we're gonna work on segments. Car thoughts are gonna be a little different than this right now. We're thinking car thoughts. We're gonna have a little more fun. It's gonna get a little more wild, a little more exciting. So we'll see what happens. So yeah, got to do that. We went live for an hour. It was pretty good talk. We had that's actually one of the best ones. We had kind of some feedback live. People were talking.
Heck yeah.
Aaron, who's I see Fearless all the time. Unfortunately, I can't go today. It's just been a busy day. I'm sorry, guys.
It was.
But yeah, we were getting great feedback. It was fun listening to Gonzalo and actually got to go a little more depth in questions. So yeah, leading all the way up to that interview, and then once we got there, I got a little more excited because we were in Southside Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the only reason I got excited was because we started watching the newer season of Shameless. I know some of you guys out there watch Shameless.
Ooh.
Yeah, so I was like, oh man, we can go see the Gallagher house.
Uh-huh.
But I didn't have my wife Rachel with me, so she would have been a little upset if I went without her. So I got to make another trip back then. We have to go check out the house.
More reasons to go to Chicago.
Yeah, it's kind of cool.
Heck yeah.
I was kind of excited.
Also, I definitely want to say hi, Diane. Hi, Allison. Hi, Mark Harker. How are y'all today? Hope y'all having a fantastic day.
Dylan even joined us on this drive. He was
beautiful. Hey, Dylan, how you doing? That one just snuck up on me. Good stuff.
Yeah, so...
But we were really excited today.
Yeah, it was interview, and then we had this awesome meeting just now, right before we did this.
Well, real quick, before you get to that, because we want to really talk about that, on top of your interview, I've been working my butt off all day long. I've had a fantastic day as well. I'm working my butt off on a new course I'm building that is going to come out this week. The course I'm building is called The Fundamentals of Mindset Mastery. We're going to have it on our new business page, Millennial Masters Academy. So look out for that. Other than that,
I've been you're going to make that a Facebook page, right?
Yeah, that's already a Facebook page. Millennial Masters.
All right.
Yeah, Millennial Masters Academy. That's already a Facebook page.
All right,
you
so
can find
go
that
ahead
website.
Check it out.
Check that out. Let me know what you think.
We'll share it on Communities Connected. Let them know.
Heck yeah.
It'll be real easy for you guys to get to that one. So you
Absolutely.
did that?
We did that, and then right as soon as I was finishing that, there's a bunch of other stuff that happened, but we'll just keep it simple with that. After that, I met up with Julio, and we drove down to Mocha Moments here in Janesville. Okay. If y'all been to Mocha Moments, let them know that y'all had a good time. I definitely tipped them. Had a great time.
Check out the mango smoothie. That was delicious.
Check out the mango smoothie.
Love that mango smoothie. He was I've never had a mango smoothie. I just wanted a smoothie, looked up, and I was like, mango sauce bomb. Try that mango smoothie. Actually, after I ordered it, another 3 people behind me ordered it just because I started it, and then they're like, what? They have a mango smoothie? It was really good.
Oh, it looked amazing.
Yeah, it did.
Oh, it was great sit down, though. We finally got to sit down with...
You tell him?
We can tell them together.
We can tell him? 1, 2...
Shelton! Oh my goodness! We got to sit down with Shelton today. Sorry, that was a little bit of a squeak, but man, I was so excited. We set up a meeting with him earlier today, and we knew we were going to see him.
Not earlier yesterday.
earlier today. We knew we were going to meet up with him at right around that 4 o'clock range. We met him at Mocha Moments, got to sit down and talk with him, see how he's doing. If any of y'all know Shelton Evans, how do you know Shelton Evans?
Shelton Evans, man. Do we want to give full that story today, tomorrow?
You know what? Quick blurb.
Okay. So Shelton, let's just say it's a nice, at the time to me, he was a nice adult who I could look up to.
Role model.
Yeah, he was a huge role model, helped me out as a kid
Man.
from first grade. I think I want to get just that far because then I'll get too excited about Shelton. I freaking love Shelton. Since we started talking about this show, that was one of the first names we brought up.
Yeah, literally one of the first names we brought up was Shelton. We were like, man, if we could get him on the show, he is a guy that really likes to connect with the community. I met him when I got here from California, and Brothers Reaching Out, he was actually one of the people that were helping us as African Americans in the school here in Wisconsin.
Yeah.
He was an amazing role model. He gave us a lot of good questions to really think about, and it was always a really special time with Shelton. So we were both really, really excited to talk to him, and today we got to talk to him.
Yeah, we've been going like, oh, when can we sit down? When can we sit down? Finally got to sit down with him. We got some ideas rolling. He had some ideas going. So there's going to be a lot more going on now because this was like an awesome sit down.
Oh, man. We talked about a lot.
Yeah.
It was like a little brainstorming session.
Mm-hmm. And that's exactly why we brought you this episode. Because we wanted to give you guys a little bit of behind the scenes, we'll call it. Kind of like yesterday, the picture we popped up. Obviously, you kind of saw the setup we use. It's really simple. It's nothing super special. So you can see we got the mic, we got the cameras. We just set up so we can bring the best we can to you.
Absolutely.
From there on, it's really what comes out of us that we hope is quality.
Heck yeah.
And that is something we really like to craft. And I think it's actually great to talk about a little bit about Shelton because he is one person who, again, I said he was quality to look up to as a role model. Mm-hmm. He's someone who's really, really good at like spewing out positivity and
creative man.
Just being a good influence. Like you can't say enough about him being a great, great role model. Like I'm so glad I met him as a kid.
Seriously. Oh my goodness. What would have happened if we'd have never met Shelton?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah,
Shelton, thank you so much for being you, man. You're an inspiration to us all, seriously. We're really excited to have him on the show tomorrow. If y'all know Shelton, drop us a like, drop us a comment on the first time you met Shelton.
Yeah,
and make sure you're here tomorrow to check out our interview with Shelton. It's going to be an amazing
questions down. If you guys want to get some questions out of Shelton, we'll make sure we're trying to like feed you guys questions as we feed him questions because tomorrow's going to be exciting. I'm super pumped.
Can't even wait. Also, real quick, just wanted to say, shout out to Nathan. Hope you're having a good day, man. That's my cousin.
Only
and
Nathan?
Kim Clark. Hope you're having a wonderful day, too.
I don't know either one, but how's it going? Nice meeting you guys.
We do now. Hope y'all have a fantastic day.
So half my cousin now?
Heck yeah, half cousins. We'll share cousins. It'll be a good time. But today, we definitely want to take you with us on a brainstorming quest. You know, this whole thing started when we sat down at the table and we were like, you know, we were having some good conversations, man. Let's just go ahead and start writing some stuff down. And from writing some stuff down, somewhere or another, we ended up here. So earlier today when we were talking to Shelton, I thought it was absolutely amazing because he just started asking us a lot of very simple questions that we were thinking about too. What's our target audience? Who do we want to be talking to? Who do we want to spend time with? Where do we want to be? What's our vision look like? So
yeah, kind of like a lot of the few questions we've already tried hitting on, but getting it from someone else's perspective rather than us asking those questions to each other and answering back and forth to each other, it was more interesting having someone ask us because it broadens up your like perspective. It's different like when Dayan asks me a question versus someone else asks me a question.
True.
And I feel like it's always different who you're talking to. It's just how you go about it. So we wanted to give you guys kind of what we go when we're thinking about it. And yeah, this is going to be our vision quest.
Our vision quest.
I like that. That's a little
I like that
name.
too. That was a solid name. Yeah.
Wait, isn't that a video game?
Vision Quest? If y'all think that's a video game, drop it down in the
Yeah,
comments.
there's something Quest. It's like a little cartoony, you know what I'm saying?
Quest?
Yeah, it's something Quest. It's like cartoony. I think it's got like a little dude with bandana.
You know, I think...
All I see is like the title Quest.
Oh!
I hope it's
the
not
little dude with the thing, and it had the...
Yeah.
What?
All I remember is the big thing said Quest, and I'm like, wait, is it Vision Quest?
Huh? Well,
so if you guys know, just let us know.
We're gonna have
Either
some
way, we're gonna call this Vision Quest because we thought we were being creative.
heck yeah.
What's
We're
up?
gonna have some
Sorry.
fun with it.
We're having fun.
So, we both have pen and paper. He's more of a creative drawing person. Tell you what, you
Yeah,
tell
so
them
I'll
how
be
you
kind-
are.
So as we go about, so we wanted to like like I said, you want to give them ideas what we really want to see out of this show. So today's going to be our vision for our show, and thus we're going to take you through the quest of what we do to think. If you guys have tips on how we should go about thinking, or even you might learn something
Suggestions
from like how we go with about thinking our show, you might even get a little tip from it. So I personally like to do it a lot as I'm thinking, so throughout this I might just be sketching off the side. I'm not going to show you this time because it's not going to be good. It'll just be doing lines so the brain gets working. That's actually like a tip I learned in art class. It was like, draw something. And if you said that, I'm like, but I don't know what to draw. And they're like, so just draw something. Like, I don't know what to draw. So the teacher's like, okay, make half a circle. Now collect a different line. Now connect a different line. And slowly, you're like, oh, this is kind of looking like that. So now you start forming like that.
Yep.
You know, as long as, and that was actually like even in creative writing classes, they'd say just write words.
Yep.
Doesn't even have to make a real sentence, just write words. Because it gets your mind flowing. It gets like the wheels cranking, that mouse is running, we're moving, we're thinking.
I just finished the book, The Magic of Thinking Big. They talk about anytime you want to do anything, whether it be creative, inspiring, whatever it may be, if you mechanically get to work, whether that be dishes, creative writing, brainstorming, doing chores, whatever it may be, if you mechanically get going, you'll start really ramping into it because you're already doing it.
Yeah.
Normally doing it is the hardest part. So as soon as you start doing it, your mind will catch up, you'll start doing it.
You know, kind of like that. So based off that, we were talking about, we wanted to ask you guys a question. So, Dan, what would you say like your ideal surrounding for brainstorming would be?
You know, my ideal surrounding for brainstorming, somewhere comfortable. Maybe with a chair, maybe with sunlight. I like being outside. I like to have a lot of creative time outside. Otherwise, anywhere I can really just be around good people, maybe some water, pen and paper. I'm a huge pen and paper guy. I love writing down notes. I'll just go for days. So anywhere I can sit down, chill with some homies, have some brainstorming, that's a good place for me.
Yeah.
What about you?
Depends on what I'm doing. So if I'm thinking about the show, I think the way you and I go about it, we'll turn on some music. Sometimes we'll turn on some video games. We'll just play some video games, turn off the sound, and just keep talking to each other. So I think we're talking about the show. It really depends on what kind of topic we want. So if I feel like it's gonna be more of a serious topic, I'm more likely to just turn on music so we can really bounce off ideas. If we're gonna like try to have fun with an episode, I feel like if we're having fun while we're thinking about the episode, we can go, oh, you know, I kind of want to tie this into the show. So to me, it's different. And if I'm drawing, really changes up. I put on some really calming music. I just really zone in. That's one thing Dan told me the other day. He's like, you know, when you get to work, you really just shut up and get to work. It's weird.
Gone.
Yeah,
He's gone.
I get that at work. Like, I'll get to work and everyone's like, Julio, why are you so pissed off today? I'm like, wait, what? And they're like, I just walked by you and you're angry. I'm like, I was listening and working. I'm sorry, that's my face. I'll fix it, walk away. I don't know what to tell you, man. That's my face. Like, focused.
And he just looks intense. It's not like he's actually mad. He just looks intense about what he's doing. I'll ask him a question. 5 minutes later, I'll look over at him. He's still quiet, doing whatever he's doing. And I'm like, did you hear me say that? What?
Yeah, it's either what or I like barely answering. Okay. Like, because once I get thinking, like, things just start going. If I'm not right away spewing it out vocally, my brain's just cranking. So I either gotta keep it going, and then once I find a good spot to stop, like, oh, it's like I breathe. I'm like, oh, what did you say? I just got really into it. So a lot of things, I just get a really serious face. If it's quiet, I look angrier. If you can really listen to my headphones, I'm having a blast. There's a lot of different music from Frank Sinatra to 2 Chainz.
Heck yeah. And you know, I even want to add on that. I like to jump around.
Yeah, you
I
are
like
a pacer.
to be able to move.
I think you're a pacer.
I move the freak around. If it's up to me, so especially inside, I pace a lot. I've got a lot of energy. I love being creative and energetic and enthusiastic, and I just really like to move and do all that good stuff. Yeah, this is beautiful. This allows me to
feel like when we were sitting, we were kind of like...
Yeah. No, this is better. I really enjoy this.
I love kind of like... It's good to have this basket here.
Yeah?
Yeah, you guys can't see
it. Well, that keeps you from moving
It looks
off.
it looks like a living room, but I just left some stuff here. This is actually a good spot, so I don't go off camera.
Heck yeah.
But
so, where do you guys like to go? Where do you guys like to brainstorm? How do you guys like to get down and boogie with your brainstorming sessions?
I know some people, they say they think best when they're on the toilet.
Interesting. I would agree with that. Yeah. I'm not mad at that thought. I like to read while I'm in the bathroom, too. Great way of finding 10 minutes.
I think 15? Better in the shower than the toilet. The toilet, I'm normally on Facebook.
Ah, fair enough. I just replaced Facebook with freaking reading. I love reading. 10 minutes, 15 minutes. That's a chapter. Read a whole chapter during the bathroom. Rejuvenates the mind.
Right. Yeah. So to me, it really depends on where I go with it.
Heck yeah.
Different places give me different ideas. If I'm in the car, it's just I really think it's depending on what I'm trying to think about.
Heck yeah.
I know where I feel comfortable thinking about those.
That's fair. Brainstorming sessions are great in the car too.
Yeah.
I love
Cars,
it in the car.
homies, with wife, just with anybody.
Mhm.
Just people that have ideas and ready to move those ideas. If you're just talking ideas though, that gets a little boring.
Heck yeah. Totally fair. All right, so moving on from that, we definitely wanted to talk about who we wanted to start interviewing on the show, right?
Yeah. And I think that was kind of like the biggest question we had. When we first did start talking about the show, we know we wanted to bring people on.
Yeah.
Because we knew the the positive messages we got, we wanted to share on. So we really had, I'd say, a good handful of people that we know talk stuff, will talk a big game, and are also walking that big game.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what we respected. If you're talking and you're walking it, that's what makes us kind of look up to you. And it's always great when you know someone's looking up to you and your worth ethics. Just the way you present yourself, like Dan, he gets like complimented a lot on like how happy you are and how happy you look.
Heck yeah.
Like that's something good to be looked up to, because now someone's like, okay, why is he so happy and I'm not? And they're gonna start thinking, they're gonna be like, I'm just gonna try smiling like he does.
Heck
And
yeah.
slowly you start realizing you can give yourself the reason to smile. Yeah, you know, like, you'd be perfect for like, what was it, 1400 when the first camera came out. You have to stand there for half a minute, just. Everyone's like, well, I'm standing here this long day. I was like, just smile, man. Just smile, man. It'll be fine. You're smiling. You're living.
Man, I love, well, because to me, happiness is like it's an action. It's a habit. It's something that you got to do. So if you want to be happy, you can be happy. You can smile. You can jump up and down. You can be excited and enthusiastic. You can give your friends high fives. You can be happy as much as you want. And I just try to choose to be all the time. So I totally agree with you.
Yeah. So,
Man.
yeah, that's one thing we did want to talk about. We knew we wanted to communicate with you guys, but we also wanted to communicate, and we knew this was a good chance to start bringing more people in to talk to us.
Mm-hmm.
And the right kind of people.
Yeah.
I know that's a question that Dan was asking, like, what kind of people do we want to look into?
Yeah.
And that is something we do look into a lot, because we don't want to bring somebody who's just going to bring, like, a bad attitude here, or someone that's all of a sudden going to go bananas and who knows what they're going to say. We're like, whoa, we don't stand for that.
Yeah. We want to keep the show very positive, very supportive, and very encouraging.
Yeah, because the way you guys are supporting us, we hope we can like return the support, especially if we can help you in any way with whatever project you're working on. Man, we're both winning.
Heck yeah. Helps us, helps you, makes it a fun situation.
And we've seen that grow through, I think, with Gonzalo's page and what we did with Sadi. It was beautiful.
Heck yeah.
And that's what I'm excited to start working with Sheldon. That man's got awesome ideas.
Oh,
And those ideas just like go with ours.
yeah. He really, absolutely.
God, I can't
Totally
wait to
agree.
like show you guys tomorrow.
Tomorrow's interview is going to be amazing. And I definitely like Shelton coming on next for our next interview, because so far we've had very positive people come on. We've had people come on that had talent, that wanted to help serve people, that wanted to get their message out there and be a positive influence to others. And, you know, I really think Shelton goes with that.
Yeah.
What's some other things we wanted to have people on?
Man, so once we have people, like, we want to make sure we're asking the right questions. We want to make sure that, one, you guys are also learning something, you guys are also being entertained, but as well, we are also learning something. We want to take something out of it as well. We want to give something to it as well. And that's, like, I kind of keep rephrasing that, but that's really what we wanted to do. We knew we could learn a lot, and there's a limited amount of time. And
That's true.
like we had said before, we really believe in, like, finding mentors, finding people who have skills, who can teach you the skills, rather than being put in a situation where you were forced to learn skills, you know? So when we come about questions, we kind of even touched this a little bit more the last time, and I think Gonzalo's a good one to talk about how we come about questions.
Heck yeah.
Because when we first had Gonzalo on, actually, we've had Gonzalo on 3 times. Oh,
Yeah. He's a good homie,
he's
though.
the best.
We're going to have some reoccurring faces, because some of our favorite people, we just want to have them in the
Sheldon,
conversation.
Kyle, Gonzalo, you
We
guys
like
are
what
going to
they
see
add.
Irene. I love Irene.
Irene's
We
amazing.
love them all.
Can't wait to have her back.
But yeah, so Gonzalo's second time, we'll call it the first real interview we had with him.
Heck yeah.
I stayed a little more quiet. One, my dogs were being a little more crazier, so I had to kind of like calm them down. Eventually, I put them away in the room. And then two, like we had said, I'd already asked Gonzalo a lot of these questions. I had already seen Gonzalo go through a lot of these questions. So I felt it would be more natural if Dayan was asking it, because I could ask it, and Gonzalo can start the story. Well, obviously he and I know the story, so he can jump in through 3/4 into the story.
Word.
Everyone's like, wait. How did this even come about? And he's like, oh yeah, I'm sorry, we forgot you guys are on that side of the camera. So when we let Dayan take the questions then, now Gonzalo's going to focus all his attention to Dayan, and no, Dayan hasn't been to a lot of his fights. He hasn't known Gonzalo as much. So Gonzalo now knows the details he's got to go into. He's talking to you. His brain is working.
Somebody brand new.
Yes. It's not Julio, the person's been around for 14 years.
Heck yeah. I think when you really dive in and you ask questions like you don't know anything about somebody and you just give them the floor to express themselves, what they believe in, how they think, that's the most beautiful time when you'll get some of the best conversations, some of the best brainstorming, some of the best nutrients from the conversation.
Hey, Dylan. He says, this is pretty cool, guys. You guys are doing this. It's awesome. You come on, watch it. Dylan, thank you so much, man.
Appreciate
We
you,
love
man.
those comments.
Also, hey, Ebony, how you doing?
We're so glad you have fun. This is the second time Dylan came on live with us today.
Oh, man.
Today.
We appreciate
man, he's
you,
coming back. Just like Diane Young, she's a recurring one, always supporting us. Like Mark.
Oh, yeah. We really
love you
appreciate
guys.
the support. That's why we're doing this. We want to make sure we're getting better. So as we bring on more interviews and we're asking the new questions, we want your guys' feedback.
Yeah.
Let us know who you want to see more of. Let's know what kind of questions you want us to ask them. Let us know what you're thinking for
Yeah, even if for an episode, be like, get rid of Julio. I'll be like,
and he'll go bye-bye. We'll replace him with Rachel.
yeah, we'll bring on Rachel over here. She's beautiful. Trust me, you want her on the camera.
Heck yeah, that'll be awesome.
One of these days, I'm
Also, we got to get more girls on camera. We've had a whole bunch of dudes. We got to get more girl talent on
Yeah,
here.
like
We got to
Irene.
connect the whole community, not just the dudes. It's no fun.
No. Like, that's why we want to bring on Irene. We want to show you guys that it's not just male people. It's not just one race is dominating. You know, as long as you put in the work,
You can do anything.
yourself. So we want to be as diverse as possible. We want to reach out to as many people as possible and see what we can help you with. And we know that you come talk to us, our community is going to love you as much as hopefully your community loves us.
Heck yeah. Especially if you're young or old, or if you're in between, or if you don't know what you think is.
Over here, about to be born in 2 seconds.
If you have talent and you want to have a good impact in the community, if you want to help people and be a positive image, and you just want to share some fun and have a good time too, let us
Hit
know.
us up, man.
We'll have some fun.
Yeah, we'll
Like to
find
do.
a way to get your message out.
Let's
So
have a good time.
that's what we really think about when we're going about questions.
Mhm.
We want to make sure everything we ask has something of quality in return. And it makes it fun for us. We are assuming it makes it fun for you guys because you just come back. So that's
Heck
awesome.
yeah.
Like
And
I
we
said.
try to give you more value. As we learn things, we'll try to teach you guys what we're learning too. So stay tuned to each episode.
Yeah. What did you say?
I said stay tuned to each episode because we're going to drop little nuggets in each one.
Oh,
I
yeah.
personally will drop little nuggets of success in each one. I read a lot of books. I'm running a coaching business. I'm going to drop little nuggets in every single episode. It's going to be amazing.
Yeah, and we're actually kind of hoping that maybe even the interviews run a little longer. Because we sometimes do feel bad when we cut the interviews a little short.
Heck yeah. We want to be able to give people a good chance to tell people who they are.
Mm-hmm. No one likes to be cutting off like half with your story. So then I went here and some guy's like, yo, guys, man, I thought my story was cool. I swear, guys, I caught the biggest fish. Man, but check out this book. I'm sorry.
We
Like
can
I said,
always get better at our storytelling skills too, so that way
Mhm.
people want to listen to our story.
Yeah, I'd say I believe I have good, what am I, oh wow, now I don't have these good
Stories?
skills. No, public speaking skills.
Ah,
Obviously I don't, seems like I completely bluffed that like a,
sometimes it happens. Sometimes you just gotta roll with the punches.
right? So, like I said, I'm decently well at public speaking. And I've always liked public speaking, so to me this is a classroom because I'm learning to be better at public speaking.
Oh man,
Just, yeah.
I tell you what, I just like people, regardless of being in front of them, next to them, behind them, side to side with them. If they're
Through a
willing to talk
screen.
to me and have a good time, I'll have a good time with them. Yeah, through a screen. Do you know that the internet connects you to everybody else who can also use the internet? Do you know there's 7+ billion people in the world? Do you know that if somebody in Africa has a phone that also has Facebook, you can reach out to that person in Africa? Sorry, I'm not supposed to be boinking the table, but literally, you can connect with anybody and everybody. And I think the more comfortable you become with yourself, the more confident you become in what you believe in, the easier it is to communicate with other people and have fun.
Man, I hope I don't look like that naggy parent. Like, I just don't want you guys to hear.
He kind of is like a nagging parent. He's like,
I
calm down. Stop running around. Don't ticky tick on the table. I'm like, you're right. I'm sorry. I'm going to put my hands in my pockets.
I'm just that naggy. Get it from my sister. Hope she don't watch that.
Anyways.
Love Melissa. But yeah, so we have, like, as you see, we like to goof around as we think. Just a lot of what we do when we think, man.
Yeah, we like to have fun with it. We normally have a fun time with it, and then, I mean, shoot, anytime you're having fun with it, good things happen. So
Yeah.
I don't think we've ever been
Especially like
disappointed
today.
with anything we've done.
We knew we were going to have a good time with Shelton, but so much more came out of that.
It blossomed.
Oh, yeah. This is...
Can't wait for tomorrow. You guys are going to absolutely
I
love
hope we
the
can
interview
talk a
tomorrow.
lot about what we talked about, because there's big things happening.
Oh, can't wait. Can't wait. So, any last remarks before we let them go?
No, I just kind of want to know, like, what do you guys do? If you guys are working towards a vision, whether it's your next job, like you have a certain job you want to be shooting for, that's your career that you really, really want, how do you go about planning that? Are you creating something like a drawing? What do you do when you do that? Are you maybe building a car? That's something I don't really know anything about, so I don't know what kind of environment I'd put myself in to build a car. Are you even slapping a motor on your pedaling bike? I've seen people do that. I kind of want to do that because it'd be cool just to rev up my bike and...
That would be interesting.
But I'm afraid of motorcycles, but if it's on a bike, I shouldn't be going that fast. I don't
More or
like-
less. Bikes go fast. So do skateboards. Or
Yeah,
wheels.
but you wouldn't be going like 120 like a motorcycle.
That's fair.
Bicycle, if you put like smaller motor, you go 30.
30's pretty fast.
30's still fast, but I don't like the idea of going 120 with just a helmet on.
Yeah, no, absolutely
That's
not.
scary.
I'm a car guy, though. I
Yeah,
love cars.
but anyways, like I said, everyone has different types of things they're intrigued in, so you obviously like being in different environments when you think. You take different outlooks when you're thinking. Maybe you don't even have a notebook. Maybe you're the person walks around with your phone, you just like record, you just
notes in your
spew
phone.
out. I mean, there's many ways
Order.
people think. And if you let us know how you think, we might actually learn a new way to think. I might give it a try.
Heck yeah. Give us
So,
some suggestions.
That's what we ask questions. We want to answer you guys, we let you know, and we want to know back.
Heck yeah.
Um,
Well, here, real quick. So, while you're going into your vision, let us know one vision you have. I don't
Mhm.
care what it is. Maybe you want your house to be beautiful one day. Maybe you want to own a Tesla one day. Maybe you want to build a tiger sanctuary. Whatever it may be.
stay tuned for that last one.
Make sure you go ahead and drop in the vision. Also, let us know what you'd like to see from the show, who you might like to see on, and if you're
Yeah, if
having
you
a
think
good
there's
day.
somebody who can come on that can add quality to your show, let us know. We'd love to get in contact with them and give them a chance, give them the stage. Like I said, we're more welcome to take our time, learn who this person is, but we're more intrigued to let them say who they are.
Heck yeah, we want to
We
be able
learn
to.
a lot.
Yeah, we want to be able to give them the stage so that way they can share themselves with the community. Again, connect to the community.
Mm-hmm. So with that being said, guys, I think we should wrap it up.
Absolutely. Until next time,
I'm Julio Sanchez.
I'm Dayon Young.